Hello everyone. Today we'll discuss on dice reasoning, and thank you very much for the overwhelming response on my dice reasoning short video, and which inspired me to create this one video where I will cover all the concepts related to dice reasoning. So let's get started. A standard dice, you must have come across it while playing Ludo, Monopoly. In a standard dice, you'll find that the opposite faces occur in such pair 1 and 6, 2 and 5, 3 and 4, and the logic is that the sum of the opposite faces is always 7. But in exam, generally you will not find standardized questions. You'll find normal dice questions, and which I have divided in 4 parts. So let's check out the rule number 1. So if you find such figure where you have two numbers repeating on both the dice, as in this case you can see 5 and 3, then the third number, which is 1 and 2 in this case, will be opposite to each other. So the answer to this question, that number opposite to 1, will be 2. I hope you understood this rule. It is pretty simple. Then moving on to the rule number 2, if you come across something similar where you have one number repeating and on both the dice and it is at the same face, then in that case the corresponding numbers, that is 3 and 1 and 5 and 2, will be opposite to each other. So in this case the answer is 1. So both the tricks were very simple and straightforward. Let's check out the third type, which can be slightly tricky, so I would request you to pay a little bit more attention there. So let's move on to the third type of questions. So in third type, if you see, you have an open dice and the question will ask you, like, if you fold this figure, which dice truly represent this open dice figure. So you have to remember that the alternate numbers, that is 2 and 4, 1 and 6, will be opposite to each other, and 5 and 3 will be opposite to each other. So let's make a note of the faces which will be opposite to each other. So 5 and 3, 2 and 4, 1 and 6. So these will be your opposite faces. Now let's observe the options here. 5 and 3 are here occurring adjacent, so this cannot be your dice. Here you can see 2 and 4 occurring adjacent, so this again cannot be. Here we see 1, 3, 4. This can be one of your possible answer. Let's check out the fourth option as well. Here we can see 1 and 6 are occurring adjacent, so your correct answer is part C, which is 1, 3, 4, this figure. Let's check out one more example so that we make this concept very clear to you. An open dice can occur in this form as well, but as I have told you, always remember rule number 3 is that alternate faces are opposite. So this is the alternate face, right? And this is the alternate face. So the remaining these two faces will be opposite to each other. So in this case, 6 and 3, 4 and 5, 1 and 2, this will be your opposite faces pair. So let's jot it down. So 6 and 3 from here, then you have 1 and 2, these are the two faces, then you have 4 and 5, which will be opposite to each other. Now the question asks, if the surface of the above dice are reconstructed to form a perfect dice, then how many dots lie opposite to the face of the 3 dots? So face of the 3 dots, so we know it is 6, so answer will be the D, which is 6. I hope you understood this rule. So let's move on to the last rule. I'll quickly erase this. So in this question, as you can see, that this can be slightly overwhelming because looking at the figure, but nothing to worry, it's pretty straightforward. All you need to see that how the figure is. So if you consider 5 at the bottom, and if you try to fold 1 this side and 3 this side and 2 this side and 4, you can visualize easily that 1 and 3 will be opposite to each other, 2 and 4 will be opposite to each other, and 5 will be opposite to some figure which will constitute of this rectangle shape, circle, hash and cross. So let's jot down the opposite faces. So 1 and 3 will be opposite, 2 and 4 will be opposite, and 5 and this special figure will be opposite to each other. Now we have to figure out how many dices are possible among these given option. So here you can see 6 is occurring, but in this whole figure there is no 6, so definitely A cannot be our answer. Again, in D option also you can see 6 is occurring, so again this cannot be answered. Now let's check out 4, 3, 2. As you know, 2 and 4 are opposite to each other's, but here it is adjacent, so this cannot be our answer. Looking at part number C, 4 and 3, okay, but if you see the circle in this figure is adjacent to 3, but here it is occurring adjacent to 4, so this cannot be answer, so our answer will be none of these. I hope you understood the last and the final type of problem as well, and you enjoyed the video and you learned the concept thoroughly. Please do subscribe to our channel and like the video if you like it. Thank you very much.